Okay, family, I thought I would go ahead and do Kingdom, the Middle Kingdom art in ancient Israel. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, right? I'm not going to be very long, just show a couple of pictures here, photos of the Middle Kingdom and Middle Kingdom art in ancient Egypt. And the Middle Kingdom was from 2300 BC to 1590 BC. So the first photo here is, I'm trying to get this, it's like 100. I'm not going to 100 of these. I'll go probably about 15 or 20 of them. Um, so this first photo it says an unknown man. Let me try to enlarge this a little. I hope I don't mess up here. Let's see, 75. Let me try to do 100 and see what it looks like. Okay, okay, that's fine. Let's see. No, I don't want to zoom no more. Okay, there you go. Okay, so here it is. So it says Stela of an Unknown Man. It's a white limestone carved in raised relief, excavated by EEF at Dendreth in 1898. And this is the 11th Kingdom period or early 11th dynasty. This is the Middle Kingdom. Number 3, number 4. Let me go back because I think I missed 2. That was number 3. I'm sorry, I missed 1 and 2. So let me go back and do 1. My allergy is killing me. Stella of unknown of an unknown man here. I'm gonna try to enlarge that again just a little. It's 100. Maybe I should stay it up. Well, I'm gonna try to increase it just a little more. Okay. Stella of an unknown man. That's number 1. Number 2, it says Stella of a Theothai. I'm probably butchering some of these names, so y'all excuse me, please. I'm sorry, my allergy is terrible. I wanted to wait, but I figured I'd go ahead and do it tonight. I did the Old Kingdom. I'm going to do the Middle Kingdom. May have to get me some water. So here is, this is number 3. And this is at number 3. It's a statue of a chandler. Alabaster traces of paint, eyes inlaid, height 8 inches, acquired from a tomb in 1894. This is the late first intermediate period in Cairo. This is from the Middle Kingdom. Number 4 is a statue of a Stuart Miri, limestone traces of pigment, average height 23 inches, acquired from Crenay area of Thebes in 1902, early 11th dynasty at London. So I guess it's located in London. So Egyptian artifacts is all over the world. Everybody got a piece of it. Number 5 is a statue of a Chandler Napti wood flesh painted red garment, white, eyes inlaid, height is 61 inches, excavation by IFAO at Asju in 1903, late first intermediate period at the Louvre, Paris. So this is located in Paris. Talks about the eyes, to look at the eyes. Number 5 is also, that was number 5. And Queen, the next 5 is 6, and that is statue of Queen Ahayet, wood, skirt painted red, brace white, bracelet gilded eye inlaid, height 16 inches, excavated by MMA at Del El Mahir in 1920 to 21. Deir el Bahri, early 11th dynasty at Cairo. So it's a statue of a secondary wife. So she's a second wife to, I guess, a king, one of the pharaohs. If you notice the Old Kingdom, if you looked at the eyes in the Old Kingdom, they're more slanted, Asiatic looking. These are kind of like a almond shape, at least with these two right here. Okay, so what is 7 about? Okay, here's some, let's see who they are. A statue of offering barrels, wood painted, average height 44 inches, excavated by MMA at Deir el Bahri, 1920, late 11th dynasty at Cairo and New York, right hand figure. So New York, the right hand figure. I guess the left is in New York and the other one is Cairo. See how the features starting to change? Number 8, relief of Queen Kawit, limestone carved and sunk relief 20 by 15 inches, excavated by EEF at Deir el Bahri in 1904 to 1905, early 11th dynasty at Cairo. It says this scene showing Queen Kawit drinking a cup of beer. She's drinking a cup of beer. And then Wally May dressed her hair. Slave here dressing her hair. Okay, that's number 8. Number 9. The 9 is relief of Queen Ashayet, limestone carved in sunk relief, 34 by 22 inches, excavated by MMA at Deir el-Bahari in 1920 to 21, early 11th dynasty at Cairo. It says, these scene shows Queen Ashayet seated left, drinking a cup of beer with an attendant pour out for her. Again, the same again here. And then here she's doing her hair. Oh no, she's fanning her. This one on the other side, it says pouring out beer for her on the right. A maid servant holding a goose wing fan. So she's fanning her here. This is Queen. This is a servant. This is Queen drinking. This is a servant serving her. That's number 9. Number 10. It says 4 statues, 10 to 13. 4 statues from various sites arranged here for purpose of comparison, showing a king of the early 11th dynasty and another of early 12th dynasty in the form of a resurrected immortal. Okay. So here he is here. So I think they kind of took his nose off too. Let me just see. See, the nose kind of look like it's kind of broken a little. It is right here. See it? See that? Let's see if this is the same person. King Methu Hotep II. And that was number 10 and 11. Same individual. Number 10, number 11. This is statue of King Mentu Hotep. It's the first one, 10. It says, statue of King Mentu Hotep II, sandstone, flesh painted black, custom white, crown dark red, height is 72 inches, excavated by S.A. at Bob El Hussein Deir Bahari in 1901, Middle Dynasty, Dynasty number 11 at Cairo. And the second one the same here, both of them there at the same place. And that is King. Boy, look at them toes. King Mentu Hotep II. It's number 11. 12. Okay, it's number 12. Statue of King Sonorus the First. Sonorus is the first. Painted limestone. Height is 71 inches. It was excavated by IFAO at Lish, 1895, early 12th dynasty at Cairo. So this was excavated in 1895. Robbing graves, just going in taking. That's sacred. I don't understand the mentality of that, but I guess money and greed have no limit. But these are clearly African Negro features and Negro pharaohs. Because we have to understand, Ham simply means land of the black. So we know that Ham is Hamitic, Hamites, not Japhites, Hamites. It was Noah's first son Ham, then Shem and Japheth. Okay, so it's same person, same king here. So both of us, let's see, 12 and 13. Yeah, 12 and 13. It says, now 12 says statue, which is this one here. It says, number 12 here says a statue of King Sonorus the first, painting, limestone height, 71 inches, excavated by IFAO at Lish, 1895, early 12th dynasty at Cairo. 13, which is the one next to it, statue of the same king, painted in limestone, height 180 inches, excavated by SA at Karnak in 1910, early 12th dynasty at Cairo. So they just didn't have one statue of themselves, they had many statues of themselves. I guess that makes sense. Someone destroyed one, you got another one. So of that king at the time, during that time, they preserved their look and everything, and their culture preserved it very well. Now number 14, King Sosrus the First, and this is a papyrus bearer. Is that paper bearer? Papyrus bearer, hard white limestone, painted, beautiful. 18 and a half by 18 and a half inches, excavated by EEF at Deir el Bahri in 1903 through 1904, Middle 12th Dynasty at Geneva. It says this specimen gives a good idea of the quality and originality of the relief in the funerary temple of Mentuhotep II at Deir el Bahri. It really is beautiful. It really is. Starting to fade a little. Either it's fading or they're trying to whitewash it. Okay, I digress. That was number 14. And again, this is the Middle Kingdom. A couple of minutes, about 20 minutes ago, I did the Old Kingdom. Here is a head of a king of Mentuhotep II, hard white limestone, beautiful too, carved in raised relief and painted 14 by 13 inches, excavated at Deir el Bahri in 1906, Middle 11th Dynasty at Edinburgh. I tell you, the treasure of Egypt is everywhere, all over the world. These museums making money. That was number 15, head of a king of Mentuhotep II. So now we're going to go to number 16. And number 16 through 18, it says relief of King Mentuhotep III. So this is the third. And the one I just finished up was the second. And then we also did the first and 13. So the generation of the first, the second, and the third pharaohs. 1618, unless he ruled during those period. He was a king for those three, the first, second, and third. But I'm thinking it's the lineage, but I could be wrong. But anyways, I'm not going to go there. I'm just trying to show these photos of the three kingdoms. I want to get into all that because I haven't really did that research. And I just stick with what they wrote here in the books. So that's Jubilee scene of King Mentuhotep III. Because it just, what it does in this book is just, it's describing the art, not the history. Just the art. That's why I guess it's called Middle Kingdom Art in Ancient Egypt. Okay, so that's Jubilee Scene of King Mentuhotep III. And it says, hard limestone, 51 by 32 inches, acquired by Dr. Henry Abbott between 1843 and 1852 from a temple at Armant near Thebes, late 11th dynasty. At Brooklyn Collection of the New York Historical Society. So right here, they did beautiful art. I'm not kidding you. And whatever material they used, which we know it had to come from Africa. Africa is full of minerals and stones and diamonds and all the minerals. So it's we know it comes from Africa because they still digging for that same material today. You have the different European country, Western. I didn't want to get into that one because they're just sucking Africa dry. They would never suck it dry, but everybody want a piece of Africa, minerals and resources. But that's a whole different story. I'm not on that today. So let's go to the next one, 617. 17 says 16 through 18 is a relief of King Mentuhotep III. So I'm just going to go just pass through them because it's talking about the same person, just giving different arts of him. Here he is right here in two photos or two statues or two paintings. Or limestone, actually. It says hard limestone. So all these picture are artists in limestone. Same person, Jubilee, Scene of King. Asiatic eyes. We know this is Afro-Asiatic features. Let's go to 19. 19, yeah, the nose is going on that one too, but anyway, I digress again. It says statue of King Amin Het I, painted in red granite, height is 46 inches, found at Tanis by Auguste Marietta, 1860 through 61, re-excavated by EEF, 1883, early 12th dynasty in Cairo. So it was excavated once, I guess, and then re-excavated again. Wow. It was found first in 1860-61, and it was re-excavated again in 1883. It says, only the upper half of this colossal seated statue is shown. The massive modeling of this torso and limbs is in the Upper Egypt tradition. Big guy. He was a big guy. Dang, he was a big guy. A big brother. Look what they did to see. You know what? They're chopped. I'm just convinced the nose was chopped off. Either that or when they knocked him down on face down first. Make sure they get rid of the nose. There's just too many missing nose on these statues, on these limestones, hard limestones. That was 19. Number 20. Statue of King Siseret I, painted wood, crown and skill covered with gesso. Average height is 22 inches. Excavated by MMA at least in 1914, early 12th dynasty at Cairo and New York. It says these uninscribed statues showing the king carrying a scepter and wearing the crown of the north and south. Seems to be cult statues used in the burial ceremony of Imhotep, and afterwards interred um, materials in a special pit near his tomb. Okay, it's talking about his burial. Okay, so it must be the same person. Both statues must be the same person. Different hat, two different hats on. Look like different individuals. Well, at least the nose still intact. This nose still intact too. See, we know Egypt is in Africa because, like I said again, when you look at the material over in Africa right now, and that, I mean, every other day it's like they're finding these large stones of gold and diamonds. You know, just as the earth like birthing it up every day. So we know that Egypt was in Africa, and they were uh, Hamitic people. Again, Ham, they were the progenitor of Ham, which descendant of Ham, which means burnt face. So again, twin statue of King Cyrus the First. Well, I tell you, they did marvelous. They preserved. It's just unbelievable how they preserved their history. Mm-hmm. At least there's no way the culture and the people could be lied about because they kept good uh, records and stuff of who they were and how they looked and how rich they were, wealthy. And again, like I said, it's all in Africa because we still have that same material that they had back then. We still have it in Africa today. So this is number 20. I guess that's a lover. These two lovers hugging each other. Let me see what this says. So that was number. I'm trying to see what's that's King Seseret the First and the God Pot. Oh, hmm. Okay, let's go back 21. This is King. Keep missing my space. Photo courtesy Metropolitan Museum of Art, New York. Relief of King Seseret the First. Limestone 77 by 44 inches, excavated by S.A. at Karnak 1903, early 12th dynasty at Cairo. It says this relief is from one side of a finely sculpted pillar from a Jubilee festival, temple of Sassus I, the ruins of which were employed by a later king as foundation rubble. It says the scene shows the king being embraced by the god of Pop within a shrine right here. So that's supposed to be a goddess. A goddess though. Not a goddess, but a god. Beautiful art, just beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. I see why everybody want to covet Egypt. Marvelous history, wealth, this rich history, culture. Okay, so that's 21, 22. Let me go through this because getting a little late. So this is 22 is relief of King Sosret the First again, limestone carved and sunk relief, traces of paint, 55 traces of paint, right, 55 by 40 inches, excavated by W.M. Flinders, Petrie at Coptos, 1893, early 12th dynasty at University College of London. It says the king runs or dances in Jubilee regalia before the fraternity god, fertility god, Ming, who is not shown in this illustration. So either dancing or running, or yeah, a festival. It says King Sussrus, the first dancing before a god. Okay, well, heavy into um, here's a headless person. It says a torso of King Sussrus the first, black basalt, height 40 inches, acquired in the Ferium area of 1926, early 12th dynasty at New York. So I wonder what happened to his, why did he take his head off? I guess because he probably had taken so many heads off. They were good at slicing folks' head off, especially the slaves that they captured. That was 23. Number 24, beautiful stone of a woman. It says a statue of the Lady Sinu, black granite, height 67 inches, excavated at Kerma by H.B. in 1913 through 1916, early 12th dynasty at Boston. It says this statue, which was found in her husband's burial mound in an Egyptian outpost of empire in the Sudan. Okay. It says Sanu wearing a long close fitting garment and holds a flower in her right hand. So I guess that's the flower. I thought it looked like her hand was cut off, but that's the flower, I guess. Okay. In her right hand. Okay. It says the fine quality of this specimen, in fact, suggests that it may well be the work of a rural sculptor, perhaps the gift of the king to an influential governor of his southern domain. So that's found in Sudan. And those are typical features of Sudan women. 25, Sudanese 25. But they chopped his nose and his lips off. Statue of King Sesame I, dark gray granite, granite, height 30 inches, acquired by Howard Vest in the Memphis area, 1839, early 12th dynasty at London British Museum. It says, despite the unfortunate injury, okay, which this statue has suffered, in common with so many of the period exactly, it still gives a very impressive portrait of one of the most forceful monarch of 12th dynasty, though the massive handling and firm, uncompromising expressions are not in the idealistic tradition of the Lish statue. Yeah, because he's that's shown several statues of this king right here. It's number 25, and again, definitely Hamitic features. And this is the kingdom in the Middle Kingdom in Egypt. Ancient art in Middle Egypt. King Sonorus the First, and number 26. I think that's him again. Wow, how many statues do we have? This king right here. He must love to look at himself. Same king, Sosсурus the First, limestone height 21 inches, excavated by IFAO at Lish, 1894, early 12th dynasty at Cairo. It says the upper part of one of the 10 statues of him found near the ruins of the King Vonnery Temple. Wow. I knew there was a lot of them. He must loved himself. 10. one of the 10 similar statues of this king here. His name sounds familiar too. I think, is he mentioned in the, hmm, is he one of the kings? I'm pretty sure. One of the kings that had some dealings with the Israelites. Anyways, that name looks familiar. 28. Don't tell me this is him again. Number 28, it says, this is, there he is again, statue of King Susurrus the First, limestone height 77 inches, excavated by IFAO in Nishan, 1894, early 12th dynasty at Cairo. It says 10 such statues were found near the site of the king's funerary temple, where they had evidently been buried for safety in a later and troubled age. Originally, as many as 24 such statues may have been erected in one of the temple courts. As they are now displayed, 10 almost identical statues in close proximity to each other and lacking their proper architectural setting. They give an expression of smooth monotony, monotony, but in isolation and good lighting, they impress the spectator with their competence. Wow. How many says how many statues? 20, I think it's 20 was excavated. So probably out of the 20, sound like 10 was his. Number 29 is 27, 28. 29. Statue of Emirate Nebis, wood painted, iron inlaid, wig detachable. Talking about this one here. Height 34 inches from the former Anastasia collection. Anastasia collection in 1828, probably from Thebes, early 12th dynasty at London. It says this statue, which appears to be the earliest representation of the high priestess of Theban god Amun. Now this slave is probably a slave, and that was number what? Let me see what this number is to the right. Number 32, foreign woman. It says 32, photo courtesy Metropolitan Museum of Art, New York, dancing dwarf. Ivory height 2.5 inches, excavated by MMA at Lachit in 1924, early or middle 12th dynasty at New York. It says this figure was found with three other similar dwarf figures now at Cairo, which form part of an ivory toy, which could be actually by strings so as to make the figure revolve in. Okay, all remarkable. Okay, it's a dwarf, just a like a doll. But it's a foreign lady, and then she has a child in the back of her right here. So you had foreign people in that land, and probably foreign because they were brought in as slaves, especially from Nubia. You brought a lot of Nubians, enslaved a lot of Nubians, which were their brothers. Sorry, y'all. This sinus is killing me. Let me hurry up. Okay, so I'm gonna do a couple of more and I'm in this. Now here is, oh, these are dolls. That's number 31. Yeah, those are all dolls. It says dolls, blue details in manganese, purple, average height 4.5 inches, excavated by MMA at least 1934, early or middle 12th dynasty at Cairo and New York, second from right. Well, I bet that was beautiful in color. Blue and purple. Oh my goodness, I bet that's beautiful color. You know, Africa has some beautiful colors. So somebody made some beautiful dolls. This is number 30. I don't know what that is. Dancing Dwarf to the left, 32. And then it says Photo Courtesy Metropolitan Museum at Art, New York. Dancing Dwarf, Ivory Heights, 2.5 inches, excavated by MMA and Leach, 1924. 12th Dynasty at New York. Museum in New York. And then the head of a woman. It says head of a woman, wood trace of paint, gesso, and gliding. Height is 3.5 inches, excavated by MMA at Leach, 1907, early 12th Dynasty at Cairo. I don't know what, I guess that's some kind of hair on her head or something, but that's a lot of hair. Number 34 at through 37 is 4 statues from various sites arranged here for purpose of comparison, showing variations on the theme of the seated figures, whether used as a funerary statue or an ex voto. Okay, so we're looking at the how they look back in the Middle Kingdom. They're clearly Hamitic people. I'm pretty sure they mixed in with those when they start bringing slaves over there, of course, and when they start invading Rome, Greek, Turks, Muslim, and others, invaders and colonizing. So number 36 is statue of the treasure Heptet, dark granite, height 29 inches, excavated at Saqqara by SSA in 1920, middle 12th dynasty at Cairo. It says the curious statue was found in the chapel in the mastaba, which Hetep built with material taken from a nearby 6th dynasty tomb. That's 36 here. Just talking about this one here. Number 37, statue of the treasurer C. Hathor, limestone painted, height is 16 inches, from Abyssos, acquired in 1856. Ex Astasia collection, middle 12th dynasty at London. This one right here. Okay, you all, I think I'm going to end that here. It's just a lot more in this book. I'm just going to kind of scroll through them and not read them, but just kind of go scroll through them for a minute here. Here's another statue with the nose broken. And that's the Sphinx King Amin El Het II. They love to break them big nose, y'all. Oh, Lord have mercy. There it is. There they go again. There's another broken nose. Look like the same king. Yes, Sphinx of King Amin El Het II. It's probably the same king here. Yep, same king. 48, 39, and 40. Look like 41 also going to probably be the same king. And this is the middle kingdom. So the old, middle, and new kingdom. So I'll do the new kingdom next. Not tonight, but some other time. This is King Sesostris II. And you can tell the nose been chopped off that one too. See there? They love to chop these noses off. That's just impossible. It's just too many statues with missing nose. So we know what's going on or what went on at that time. Trying to cover up a people ethnicity. The land was called Land of the Blacks, so stop it. Here's another chopped off nose. I think they probably just left that one alone and said, well, you look, you we chop off the nose, look at the structure of the face, the cheekbones, the lips, the face. It's the full face period. So let's see who this is. This is King Sesostris the same. King Sesostris the second. Just another statue of him. Here is another king. I think it's probably the same king. Sesostris the second, I bet you. Yep, same king. Okay. And here's another. This is like a queen. This is a queen here. I chopped her nose off too. So this queen, this is a queen. Yes, a queen. Let me tell this. Beautiful woman. Queen Nefer. Nefer. Queen Nefer. They preserve their look just perfect. Just that's, I mean, the knowledge that they have is like beyond their time. But they have the perfect minerals and resources over there. They're able to do that. And back then, it's probably even more pure than it is today. Head of a queen. That's the same queen. So I'm going to go ahead and end. This is almost 50 minutes of this. So I'm going to probably go ahead and end this. It's interesting, very interesting books. I have all three, like I said, the Old, Middle, and New Kingdom. And throughout the whole three kingdoms, they were still able to retain the look of the people, the original people of the land. Although they start mixing in, they still retain that original look. So I'm going to go ahead and end this, and I hope you all enjoy this second book on the kings, the art, the ancient art in ancient